Good morning, people! Today is a very big day and you'll understand why in just a few seconds. Let me introduce you to my brand new Yamaha XT225. I've been working on this bike, restoring it for the past few months, and today I'm finally taking it out for its very first ride. This is a 1995 Yamaha XT225W limited edition 10th anniversary model. And get this, only 1,000 of these were ever made, which makes this bike an incredible rare piece. This is a super simple, super light motorbike and is incredibly popular here in Japan, especially among trail riders. What makes this model special is that Yamaha actually gave it a few upgrades that you don't usually see on the regular XT225 models. This bike came with a rear disc brake, it came with a remote reservoir rear shock, and also with a wider and more comfortable seat. These are all little things, but they make a huge difference when you're out there on the trails. And the crazy part is, this model is actually from the same year I was born, which makes finally riding it today even more surreal. So after all the cleaning, all the rebuilds, the surprises, the hunt for parts, the moment of truth is finally here. Let's see how it runs. Well, it's time to get this bike out on the road. Woohoo! Let's go! Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take this mountain road right here. See where it takes. I just can't believe I'm riding this motorbike. It's been a couple of months. Oh, look at this mandarin up here. It's been a couple of months of working hard on this motorbike, working hard to get it to start again and to ride well. There might be a couple of adjustments I gotta do after this ride today. It's a test ride after all. But I'm just really excited to be out here on this motorbike. This is unbelievable. A 30-year-old motorbike back on the road again. And I just can't believe this model is from the same year I was born. That is absolutely nuts. Okay, let's give it some gas here. The previous owner didn't know for how long it hadn't been used. He didn't do anything to this bike. He bought it long ago, and I have no idea if he was the second or third owner of the motorbike. But I just feel lucky to have it with me right now. It's riding pretty smooth. Oh wow, this bike is just so light, so light. You can easily control it with your body. It just literally follows your body movement so easily. I can already tell this is gonna be such a blast to ride on these mountain trails. This bike only weighs 106 kilograms. I just feel like I'm flying on these trails. It's so lightweight, so easy to ride. This is actually the second motorcycle I restored. Kaito and I first restored my Honda GB 250. That was about, 3-4 years ago. That was my first motorbike actually. And hold on. Maybe we can try going up here. Why not? After all, I have a bike that is supposed to be capable of going anywhere, right? Tombstones. The only people coming here are the people visiting that cemetery. Woo! Keeps going and it keeps going. Come on! This motorbike is a little goat after all. Woo! There's quite some trash up here. Where are we going? Oh! Okay, I think we have hit a dead end. As I was telling you, this is the second motorbike I restored. So the first one, I did it with Kaito, and this one, it was a big challenge because I did it all on my own. I got a lot of advice from Kaito, but the rule was simple. I had to be able to do everything on my own. I wanted to learn. I wanted to feel that I was doing something for my motorbike. You know, I don't think there's a better feeling than the one you get after you work so hard on something and then it works out. So now I just feel really happy because I work really hard on this motorbike, and it's this rewarding feeling that I feel that is now working and it's riding so well out here on these trails. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, look at this bike. It looks basically brand new. I'm just so happy. And actually, I gotta tell you a little story about Kaito's motorbike. So I don't know if you remember well, but Kaito, when I got this motorbike, Kaito bought a Suzuki DR250, and the idea was as well to restore that motorbike. But instead, he's now on this beast of a motorbike. Look at that. And if you're wondering why, well, it turns out finding parts for the Suzuki was pretty hard. We were not expecting that. It was going to be a very expensive project. So instead, Kaito decided to go with this motorcycle right here. This is a bike he's been wanting for a very long time. He customized it a lot. He changed the decals over here. He added a lot of this accessories you see right here, all the blue things, you know. Pretty cool. I think it matches him pretty well. Oy! As much as I love my 40-year-old Honda GB250, I am really happy to be riding this bike today, because I wouldn't be able to be riding this kind of trails with that motorbike. I think we just completely went across that mountain. We're on the other side right now. Oh, what a day, what a day. This is gonna be a day to remember, absolutely. Oh, what a feeling, you guys, working for so long on this motorbike and then finally being out here riding it. It feels amazing. Riding a brand new bike feels amazing, that's for sure. But riding a bike that you've worked so much on and you put your heart out to it, it feels just amazing, I gotta tell you, amazing. This bike, I'm gonna keep it for my whole life, that's for sure. Same with my Honda GB250. That's what happens when you start working on bikes. You just can't let them go. There seems to be a lot of wild boars in these mountains. Look at what they have right here. It's a trap. They have put some sweet potatoes in there and something else. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna need your help naming this motorbike. I've come up with two ideas. One is simple, the goat, because this bike is basically meant to go anywhere, just like a little goat. And the other one is a simple Deca, because this bike is the 10th anniversary model of the Yamaha Zero XT225. So tell me what you think. If you have any others idea, I love to hear them. So leave them in the comments. Well, this looks like old rice fields that haven't been used in a very long time. Is it a dead end? Whoa. Oh, let's try to get out of here. This is why I'm grateful I have this light motorbike, because it's easy, well, relatively easy to get out of here. Okay. What a mess. Whoa. Okay. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's try going this way. There are plenty of these little trails that takes you up in the mountains somewhere. They've been abandoned, I guess, for a while. Nobody comes up here anymore. Where am I heading? Woohoo! Oh, there's a lot of spider webs here. Lots of big loose rocks as well. Maybe I should let some air out of my tires. Woo-hoo-hoo! So much fun. Why is there so much trash out here? Even if I wanted to come back here, I have no idea how we managed to get here. I have no GPS today, so there's no way of coming back here. Well, now we have left the mountain behind and we are on the lookout for a place to have lunch. So this is a good opportunity to test ride this motorbike on these paved roads, see how well it handles, you know. Right now I'm going at 50 kilometers an hour. It still feels pretty comfortable, but I can tell if I go over 70, 80 kilometers an hour, I'm gonna start feeling that vibration and I'm gonna feel that it lacks power here. After all, this is a bike that is meant for the mountains and not to go on the highways. But I can still manage some comfortable speeds of 50, 60 without any problem, you know. Just a good speed that will take me to some trails. Ooh, some mud here. What are we getting ourselves into? No more road from here. We would have to go down the river. Doesn't seem to be that deep. But even if we traverse it, there's nowhere we can go. This motorbike is not 100% done yet. If I want to take it out on any long trip, I still gotta do a few things. For instance, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do about the luggage. I also wanna install a navigation system, and I also wanna get some sort of tracking device on the motorbike. Now that I've finally ridden the bike, it's time to actually turn it into something I can travel on. I'm starting with luggage, and I actually went for the Lone Rider ADV Bag 70. These are soft panniers designed for adventure riding, so they're lightweight, flexible, and a lot more forgiving than hard cases if the bike goes down. They're also really easy to mount. It's a rackless system, so you basically just throw them over the bike and then use the two straps at the bottom and at the top to secure the bags to the frame. But since I already have a rack on the XT, I'm just sitting them over it and strapping them to it too. That's one of the biggest advantages. They're really quick to install, and once they're on, they feel solid. I also like how clean everything stays. All the extra strap length can be tucked away with these little elastic keepers, so nothing is flapping around while you ride. They use a roll-top dry bag system, and they've got air valves so you can push the air out before sealing them, which helps keep everything compact. The magnetic buckles are a really nice touch. They just snap into place super easily, even with gloves on. And I like how easy they are to open and access, especially when you're on the road and don't want to mess around with complicated luggage. They're fully waterproof, made from really durable materials, and with 70 liters of capacity, you've got plenty of space for longer trips. I didn't want anything too bulky or permanent on this motorbike, so this setup makes a lot of sense. It keeps the XC simple, but actually usable for trips. One thing I definitely wanted on this bike is a tracker. I'm actually using the Moto 9, and what I really like about it is how easy it is to set up and use. This here is a GPS tracker with a built-in international eSIM. It runs on internal batteries, which can last up to a year. So once you hide it on the bike, you can basically forget about it. It's small, completely wireless, and easy to conceal. What makes it really interesting is how it works. It comes with a key fob, this one right here. As long as this is close to your motorbike, the tracker stays inactive. But the moment the bike moves away from your key fob, you receive a call to your phone within seconds. After that, it starts sending GPS location updates, so you can actually track the bike as it moves. And because it's not wired into the bike, it's much harder for someone to find and disable. This is one of those things you hope you'll never need, but it definitely gives you some peace of mind. I've got another one of these already installed on my motorbike, but I'm not showing you what it is. Now, let's talk about my navigation setup. So for navigation, I didn't want a big heavy screen sitting on the handlebars. So I went with the Chigi IO6 LTE. It's compact, lightweight, and fits really nicely on smaller bikes like the XT225. It gives you all the essentials, navigation, connectivity, and even smart features like tire pressure monitoring if you add the sensors. And I actually kind of like the contrast, having this simple, old-school bike with just a little bit of modern tech on it. I think my bike here is now ready to go on long trips. I hope you find this video useful. If you have any question, please drop them down below in the comments. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be seeing you in the next adventure. Bye!